Hi, Stephen.
Tony, how are you?
Good, thanks. Just first of all, is there any team news as such? Have you anybody that you're concerned about injury-wise? Everyone travelling, feeling okay?
Young Idemo and Lee picked up knocks and won't be involved tomorrow.
So Lee and
Idemo.
And how much of a disappointment, how much of a blow is that for you?
Yeah, both have been doing really well. Lee has really got back to himself the last number of weeks in terms of back to his levels. And young Idemo has come in and done really well. So, yeah, disappointing to lose both, but hopefully they're not too bad and we can have them back next week.
And at this point, are you more or less settled on what you'd like your first 11 to be tomorrow?
Yeah. Like I've said a number of times, I think this squad is really strong, and we don't look that we have a first 11. We pick a team that we feel is suited to win that game in front of us, and tomorrow night will be no different.
And how much of a pressure is there on you, the expectation now? I mean, you know, just Ronan was talking there about the champions route, and would you accept that it's been a favourable draw for you?
But that's what you work for. That's why you work so hard to win the league. We've seen it the last number of years, and this year it's played out no differently. I think pressure or anything like that is another chance for us to get better and take another step forward. And this group always responds to that, and it's one we're looking forward to.
Best of luck to you. Thanks.
Thanks, Tony.
Sorry, Paul. Lennon, fire away.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark. Stephen, Bowes a few weeks ago won 4 in a row in Europe, creating an Irish record. You can do the same tomorrow. It shows what the club is going in Europe. I presume you'd agree?
No, look, our picture is bigger than that. It's about us. Make sure we keep improving, keep developing. Obviously, try and win football games, but we're not looking at records, trying to beat records, match records. It's about focusing on what we do, and hopefully it's enough over the 2 legs to get us through.
After the disappointment of going out of the Champions League, you bounced back well, and the clean sheets must have pleased you.
Yeah, really pleasing. We've been unlucky in a few games this year in terms of not keeping clean sheets. We've lost the clean sheet and some poor goals that we've given away from our point of view, and we know that everything we do is built on the back of clean sheets. So it's been really pleasing to see that the last few weeks.
Thanks.
Thanks. Dan McDonald, fire away.
Hi, Stephen. Just with Lee being out of the equation, I know you're not going to tell us your team, but is this where like the options you have, say the versatility of Liam Scales and even Sean Kavanagh potentially, is this where the strength of the squad comes through? That it's obviously a blow to lose Lee with the form he's back in, but you do have options there at least. Yeah,
of course. The squad is really strong. We know Lee has been playing really well, and it's not ideal, but that's the way it goes. That's football. That's the way the season goes. You know, you lose players for whatever reason, and you have to get on with it. And tomorrow will be no different. When we're managing the squad at the start of the year and we're putting it together, we always look at hopefully being very, very busy and playing in a lot of games. And you need a really big squad and a competitive squad to do that. And thankfully we have that.
I mean, is that one of the decisions you faced? I mean, Liam has done really well at left wing back, but obviously he can play the left of the back three as well too. I mean, is that sort of one of the equations you have to think about in your head?
Yeah, we've loads of options. Liam can play that position, Sean can play that position, Joey can play that position. It's Sean Horace played there. We have a lot of Chris McCann has played there a lot in the MLS. We have a lot of options in that position. And yeah, like I said, disappointed to lose Lee, but we'll be fine.
And just finally, just on Flora, you spoke about them briefly on Sunday, but your views seem to be they're a dangerous side going forward. Is that, I mean, your overall assessment of them, that they're a team that can hurt you in those areas? Yeah,
I think they're the best team we've played this year in Europe. I'd rank them ahead of Slovan. I think they're a very, very good team. They're an exciting team. They play good football. They have a lot of energy in and out of possession. a lot of threats, and yeah, I think it's a very, very good game over 2 legs. It's going to be a really good tie.
Thanks, Stephen. Best of luck.
Yeah.
Okay, David Snoid.
Stephen, how's it going?
Hey there.
Ronan was saying that he feels as if kind of maybe this group of players have kind of been building towards getting to this kind of group stage or making a mark in Europe. Like, has that been a priority for you? Because, you know, in terms of even financially and all the rest of it, that doing well in Europe is just so crucial.
No, priority is always domestically. Has to be. Europe looks after itself. You obviously know what's coming around, and you get ready for the games, of course. And it's exciting for everyone. And if you can do well, it's brilliant financially for the club and for the country, for the league. We know that with the 3 teams this year. But our focus at the start of every year is always the league. That has to be a number one, like, you know.
But then I suppose with even just that mark of maybe clubs and what you can achieve in Europe and how you can even be benchmarking what your players achieve, do people then put too much emphasis on what happens in Europe then, or how do you view it?
Yeah, because a lot of it comes down to your draw as well. Like, you know, you could say you really fancy yourself this year in Europe and you get AC Milan. So it's all down to the draw, you know. So you can't prime yourself for Europe because you don't know what's going to be thrown up at you. You have to focus domestically and make sure that that's your number one priority.
Sound. Thanks very much.
Thanks, David. Paul O'Hare, you had your hand up. Put it down again. You okay?
Yeah, sorry, I was going to ask something similar. But Stephen, just in terms of the playoff round, like, do you talk to the players? Do you openly talk to the players about the carrot of the group stages, or as motivation, or is that just tempting fate, or how do you?
No, you got to focus on your jobs. You can't. There's no point in looking at what could be. You focus on what's in front of you. Focus on what we do. Can we do our jobs to the best of our ability? If we do that, we know we're more than a match for any team. And if we do that and we play at our levels, the result will be what it is. But you don't focus on what could be. You focus on what you can control, and we can control how we show up and how we perform.
Spot on. Thanks.
Cheers.